Welcome everybody, day 24. We're almost there. I'm going to come into sort of more floor-based stretches today. Seiza to begin. Tuck your toes, sitting back gently on the heels. You can pull the toes out a little bit. If you need to come forward, if it's too intense, you can always stay in this shape here. But trying to get a good stretch through the toes. It's that entry point of energy when we touch the earth. Also where the Chinese meridian systems start, they run up the legs, all those energy lines in the body. Close down the eyes, find the breath. As you find that breath and focus on the breath, it just helps just release a little bit of noise, the internal dialogue, distractions that may have come up from the day that's been or the day that's ahead. Again, if at any point it feels too intense, come forward. Maybe you're sitting up on the knees. Again, everyone's knees will be a little bit different. And just come forward. We'll tap those toes out. If you can sit back flat, sitting back flat and just lifting one knee at a time to get a stretch through the foot, top of the foot. You can lean back a little bit more if that feels good. Some people's ankles won't allow that flat of the leg, so you may need to have even rug or something soft under the actual legs themselves, like zabuton mats. We're going to bring our right foot forward, coming into a lunge. Tuck your back toe if you need something under the knee. Please do. You can adjust, you can slide that left knee back. We're just going to sit in here for about a minute, squeezing the glutes. Let that left leg just feel the stretch. If you have a chair, if you need something beside you, props like blocks, grab them just to support. Breathing here. If that right hip feels a bit tight, even walking the foot out a bit, that will change where that compression is with that right leg on the hip. And breathing. For those who want more intensity, lifting that left arm up. So the arm goes to the ceiling. That will just lengthen and stretch that whole left side of the body. Make sure the teeth and jaw are soft. And just lower that left hand to the floor where the left foot would be. Simple twist, right arm lifts, and you're turning towards that right leg, that front leg. If you want, push the left hand harder, lift the back knee. Left shoulder's pushing down to the floor, that will keep it strong. Head can look up to the top hand. Let's find a shape for the neck. Lower the right hand, lower the back knee, and just lift back up to that kneeling lunge position. Let's do this one more time. We're just letting a deeper stretch occur through this left side. And come forward, lift the back knee, so in runner's lunge, right foot goes back, drop onto the knees, and just very gently, because we've just stretched this left leg, really slowly bring it forward. Try not to activate too much of the muscle. Push on that left knee. The back toe tucks under, right side. So we're going to hang out here for about a minute. You can squeeze that back glute, adjust the front leg. Maybe the right arm's lifting, getting that deeper stretch down that right side of the body. Close the eyes, tune into your breath. The breath will anchor you in the body. Being present, being mindful, and aware of what's happening can also help to slow down the heartbeat. Eyes are closed, slow down the brain waves. And that right hand's going to come down where the right foot would be. Left arm lifts up. Maybe tuck the back toe, lift the back knee as you push that right hand into the floor. Simple twist and a little twist to the left. So working a bit of strength work just at the beginning. And just lower left hand to left knee, push up, just hold here for another 20 seconds or so, squeezing the back glute. Face is soft, eyes are soft. And hands come down. Lift the back knee, runner's lunge, step back to plank, lower, and coming down onto elbows into Sphinx. So the hips lower gently, softly, push the elbows into the floor, extension of the spine. If you want to go higher, the hands can push down, elbows are straightening to get that real intensive extension. You'll get the glutes on, you'll feel compression somewhere in that lower back. Maybe even explore dropping the chin forward, even some movement of the head. If you're not up in this seal shape, you can still do the same thing in Sphinx. Tuck your toes, hands come under shoulders, we'll push back into a child's pose, hands stay forward. So hips moving back to the heels. Maybe the toes are tucked, maybe they're flat. As you breathe in, come forward, elbows are locked. Trying to get the hips down as you squeeze the glutes. So you may not be able to get far, but aiming to get a back bend. Some of you will be able to release deeply, hands are pushing down. Breathe in, squeeze your glutes to sit back to that child's pose position. Again, maybe toes are tucked, whatever works. Next breath in, come forward. Squeeze the glutes, maybe pushing the hands. Nice deep extension of the spine. Even if you're sort of halfway down, if you can't go too high. Then we're going to push back to that child's pose. And one more, coming forward. Again, glutes are on. Maybe you're here, but maybe that's too intense. Maybe you've got to come down or even back to Sphinx. A few more breaths here. And then just dropping down to crocodile's pose. The head just rests on fingers interlaced, elbows out to the side, shoulders are soft. And then we're going to slowly come up, rolling onto our backs. Just let the legs stretch out, just be here for a moment. Rock the hips if you need. Mini Sivasana. Draw the legs, the knees in towards the body. Give yourself a hug and squeeze, rocking a bit. Maybe the chin comes into the chest, head moving towards the knees. And then just rocking yourself forward and back. Spinal rolls. Just feeling that through the back. Coming up to a seat. So we're going to do reverse table, or beginnings and preparations of. Some people's fingers are happy to face forward. All we're doing is we're going to be pushing down on the hands to lift the hips. You'll see my shoulders push down and away, and that targets muscles under the shoulders themselves. That keeps it strong. Some of you will be here, some will be up high with the hips squeezing the glutes. Wherever you are, come into that shape. Take some breath. Even if it's just for a few seconds, pushing down and the tail just slightly lifts. If you're higher with the hips up, maybe those feet can be further away from you. If the fingers forward doesn't feel right, some people's wrists, fingers may feel happy turned out to the sides. Some people even enjoy fingers backwards, but just be careful of the elbows. Drop down if you haven't already. Take a breather, holding the knees, even just gently sinking back. It's a nice back flexion. Coming back up, we'll do another one. So again, wherever the hands feel they can be, fingers can be spread. Lift the hips as you push the hands down, maybe higher. Maybe you need to adjust the hands and feet once you're lifted, that reverse table. Some people even enjoy gently draping their head back like sort of a fish. As you come down, be mindful of the head and neck. Hands hold the knees, just sitting back here, even a little bit of movement with the hips side to side. So we're going to do this again, but we're going to try to use one hand. In essence, we're trying to prepare for bridge, but just with one hand. So your right hand, again, be mindful of wrists if they're not warmed up, shoulders, pushing down gently, and your elbow is going to straighten, shoulders above the wrist, hips are off the floor. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you come down, but you want to get this action of pushing. Do it again, push down. Some of you will happily come up, arm may go over the head, drop down. And we'll do the other side, the left side. So I'll spin around. Left hand, wrist, trying to be under the shoulder so gravity is pushing down, so the force is pushing down. Breathe in, push down, hips lift. Maybe you're higher, maybe there's enough. Drop down. We'll do it one more time. Hand pushes down, hips lift. Maybe that arm can come up and over. Slowly lower. Release, let the back flex, the chin into the chest. Even draw the shoulders away from ears. And then coming into a seat. Two options here. Either the feet in this diamond shape where you're folding forward, for those with a bit more flexibility, or even with knees bent, coming forward here. The knees can sort of sit back. We're aiming to get a stretch through the groin. If the feet are out wide, you can pull the toes back, just leaning forward. And just holding this shape. The feet are together, body's coming through, hopefully still targeting that groin area. Here for about 30 seconds. If you want to explore a little bit out to one side, leaning the body, you're always welcome to do that. That breath is flowing in and out through the nostrils. Slowly coming up. So the knees are together. Just straighten the legs out in front. Give the feet, the knees a little bit of a tap. And we'll take the legs to one side. We're going to do just a kneeling side bend. So if you can, left knee is down, right leg out straight. Left hand's going to come to the floor. If you need a prop, you can use that left hand on that block, that prop, as you lean over with that right arm. Just holding this shape. Even exploring it. Maybe that right shoulder drops down as you lengthen, feeling it through this right side of the body, the right shoulder. Maybe the arm is more above the ear. Arm drops down, inhale up. Right hand to right leg, left arm over by the ear. Holding here. Maybe stretching. Breathing, feeling it out through this left side. Inhale up. We'll do it one more time. Left hand to the floor, to a block, to a prop. Arm by the ear. The hips feel like they're pushing back. Push the hips forward, glutes are on. Explore it. Arm comes down in front. Inhale, lift up. Right hand to right leg. Left arm by the ear. Even turning towards that leg. Trying to fold over that leg. Hands can rest on the leg, on the floor if they'll touch, or even down that right leg towards the ankle. And then coming back to center. Right knee comes in, left leg's going to go out. Again, if you've got a prop, use that, or just the floor. Right hand on the prop, left hand's out to the side. If you need a rug under that right knee, left arm by the ear, explore it. Push the arm away from you. Where are you feeling it? Is it a stretch here, or is it a compression on that right side? Maybe it's both. Arm drops down, inhale to come up. Bend the other way, crescent moon, that nice sort of half shape or banana shape. Maybe that right arm can reach, so I'm feeling that pull through the back, all these area, the lats, around the mid-back. One more each side. Right hand to the floor or a prop, left arm by the ear. Keep the breath flowing. Arm drops down. One more. Right arm by the ear, leaning out to your left. Turning towards that leg. Chest can lift. Maybe you're just folding there. Maybe the arms can come down to the ground or slide the hands down. Always make sure that left foot, the left knee feels comfy and safe. Adjust as you need. And bring the hands in front of that right knee. Left knee meets it. Just a gentle camel. Fingers on the glutes. Palms, heels of the palms into the lower back. Squeeze your glutes. Try to pull the elbows together. So what that does is it contracts and squeezes the shoulder blades closer. Try to push the hips forward rather than bending back. Some people will bend straight away. Push the hips and then just explore maybe a slight more deeper bend. But supporting with the hands, glutes are on. Breathe into the belly. And inhaling up, dropping down into a child's pose. So whether the head rests to the floor, even that bolster I've got in front. Take some breath here. And slowly coming up. Roll the shoulders. Laying on our backs. That right heel is going to cross the left. We'll do our little figure 4 shape here, like pigeon, but on our backs. I'm going to pull that left knee in. Hands can either be in front of the knee or behind. If you've got a wall, you can have that left foot into a wall, both feet to begin, and then you cross one leg over the other. You might need to shuffle the tail closer. Feeling the stretch in the leg that's bent in that figure 4 shape. So for me, it's the right hip. Holding here. Maybe you're moving slightly left to right. For me, that feels always nice. So it works through different fibers, different tissues of these 6 external rotator muscles that we're targeting. For those who want more intensity, if you've got that flexibility, maybe you're lifting up, straightening that left leg. For me, this turns into a hamstring stretch, even holding the toe, and it's less of that figure 4, so you work what works for you. And we'll release out of this. Right heel comes off, preparing for the left side. Left heel over the right, pulling that right knee in, moving, mobilizing a little side to side, working different fibers and different parts of the muscles we're trying to stretch and target. Again, for those who want more intensity, maybe you can straighten the leg, maybe that works. Hold the toe. And then slowly release that. Well done. Do our supine twist, the leg cross. So right leg lifts up over the left, arms out to the side like a T shape, or the cactus arms, bent elbows. Drop the knees to the right, so you feel that work through the left hip as the knees go over. Breathing here. Push that right ankle into the left knee. Push it down. Feel it work that left leg more. And let that soften. Right leg comes off. Come back up. Left over right. Drop the legs out to the left. So that top leg, that left leg is going to push the right knee towards the floor. Maybe you can push that top ankle straight away to get that deeper stretch down that right hip into the right side. Breathing, being present with the body. That functional approach where we're targeting areas of the body, trying to keep us conscious of what's occurring. The breath keeps moving, awareness of our breathing. Our breathing can dictate our mind state. So if the breath is slow, the brain waves are low, and we're feeling mellow. Slide that left leg off, gently come back to center, just dropping the knees gently side to side. Knees into the chest, we'll rock up again. So we're working more hamstrings this time. So right leg's forward, left knee is in, maybe it's dropping out to the side, support or under that right leg, folding forward. So we're aiming for a good flexion of the spine, even if the knee is bent, even if you have that foot underneath or something else. Some people will be active, reaching for toes. Breathing in and out of the nose. Let the breath just fold nice and gently. Less active now. The forces of the body as it pulls forward should be hopefully pulling through that right hip, right hamstring, back of the leg, back of the knee maybe. Slowly come up. And we'll slide the left leg out in front. The right foot comes back. Maybe it tucks under. Up to you. Folding forward over here. Aiming for that left hamstring stretch. Maybe it's active. Maybe you're just letting the body passively fold forward. Always aiming that target area, which is the hamstring, maybe a bit of the calf. One more breath in and out. Slowly roll back. Sivasana. Laying down. Releasing out. Palms spread out beside you. Face up. Shoulder blades squeezing. Back of the head lengthening. Feet are flopping to the side. Aware of the breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Sigh it out. Fingers moving, wriggling. Toes are moving. You can move the head side to side. You can lengthen and stretch from fingertip to toe. Roll to one or both sides to arch or rest in recovery. A few breaths there. And then slowly making your way back to a seat. Move the shoulders forward and back. Final movements, waking up the body. Ear to each shoulder. Chin to chest. Rotating side to side. Deep breath in, raise your arms. Integrating the hemispheres of the brain, back of the heart, that mind, body and soul connection. Aware of your energy, aware of the physical body and the mind and emotions. Without judgment, just paying attention to what's coming up, what's arising, without labels. And nice deep breath in and out. Inhale for Om. And thumbs pressing at the eyebrow center, channeling clear thoughts to the lips for clear speech, that heart space, that love for you, for each other. Thanks everybody. We'll see you soon.